Okay, last video of the night, but that's what I said before this last video of the night. Anyways, the old coot here coming at you with another exciting video. This is a sample of the numerous amount of Amari, right? Plural, Amaro singular, that are out there. This was kind of a sampling of what I could find in Southern California, Los Angeles. Some are easier to find than others. Some are in like the, $20 range. Some can be up into like the $50 range. Some are harder to get than others, less available at like the big box chain stores. By the way, shout out, I'm not sponsored by them, but shout out to each and every single one of these companies: Aperol, Montenegro, Ramazzotti, Vecchio Mar del Capo, Amaro Nonino, Cio Chato, Chinar, Gran Classico, Amaro, Lazzaroni, and then Averna. I'm not sponsored by any of them, nor am I sponsored by San Pellegrino. But if any one of these companies wants to reach out to me, I am definitely willing to talk about sponsorship, partnership, all that other good stuff. This is April 2024. Keep that in mind. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into it. So in this video, what I wanted to talk about was that not all Amari, right? Plural, Amaro singular. Not all Amari are created equal. Some have similar categories that you could group them in, but then there's a lot of like transition where some are floral, but then some are floral but have orange and a little touch of cola in them, right? Some are orange, cola, spice, and maybe woodsy all together. It's so hard. It's so hard. Think of like the periodic table of elements in chemistry, where you have that little breakout kind of cluster that could kind of has the same properties of this, but it's its own thing. That's how some of these Amari are. Some of them are very distinct. Like Averna is very like coffee, hazelnut, nutmeg kind of Amaro, that kind of vibe. This one, the Lazzaroni, I've done a few videos on this now. If you check out the videos prior, Lazzaroni to me is a very cola forward, but it's so well balanced between bitter and sweet. Then you have something like a Gran Classico that's kind of like a nudge above like a Campari, but doesn't have the floral that like Amaro Nonino has, where this is citrus, floral, maybe you're touching on that spice, right? Then you get into something like Chinar 70, where it's very Kinoto tasting. Kinoto is like that myrtle leaf orange bitter cola Kinoto kind of flavor. Cola forward. When I say cola, I'm talking about unsweetened root beer, barks, roots, that kind of vibe. Unsweetened Pepsi would be like a better example. But then you have something like Cio Chiaro, where you're getting like orange, you're getting cola, you're getting spice. It's so hard. It's like it fits into different categories, and yet it's kind of like it's in its own category. It's kind of hard. Okay, the Vecchio Amaro del Capo. This one is kind of like Montenegro, but more mature. It's kind of like citrus forward, but you're getting spice in a very good, pleasant, rounded, sweet kind of a way, like Ceylon Cinnamon, which is a sweeter tasting cinnamon. Whereas Montenegro is like orange and spice, and you can tell that the two flavors are different, yet they come together nicely. Plus that bottle, check out that bottle. I mean, how cool is that? That says like pirate 1800s all over it. Okay, then you have something like this, like Ramazzotti makes a good Amaro, but guess what? They also make a good Aperitivo Rosato. This would be something like that would be close to an Amaro Nonino, where here, you're sitting there going like, how can that be possible? But believe me, it is. It's like, it's hard to explain. Here you have like orange blossom, rose petal, rose water, but then you're also getting some hibiscus floral. You're getting like notes of like lychee, right? The Asian lychee, where it's sweet and it's floral. In both of these, you can kind of tell that maybe there's some like lavender, violet, jasmine. It's crazy how close they are, but yet how far apart they are. Especially when you go to like the Amari section in, let's say, like a big box chain store or even like at your local liquor store, these could be in two opposite ends of the store, you know, or they might be right next to each other in the store. It's just so crazy. Okay, Montenegro. You've seen me do a few videos on this where Montenegro is, it's orange and it's spice. It's kind of like you could be a beginner or you could be a more medium level, even intermediate, maybe even an advanced person that likes this as well. I think I said that bottle. Just check out that bottle, how cool that is. Okay, then you have something like Aperol. Aperol can be sweet, it can be bitter, it can be dry, it can be whatever you want it to be depending on what kind of drink that you put it in. This to me is bitter orange peel at its finest with a bitter flavor. It's not very sweet, right? Or it's kind of like in the middle sweetness level, but it's, what is it? It's 11% alcohol by volume. Some of these vary, like this one's 35% alcohol by volume. This one's 25% alcohol by volume. There's so much here that no one, and it's kind of hard. It's like most of these you could kind of group into categories, but yet some of them are like transcending different groups is what I'm trying to get at. And I don't want to repeat myself over and over again, but it's just the possibility. I had a teacher in high school that taught English that sounded exactly like Snagglepuss. The possibilities are virtually endless. It's kind of like that. It kind of reminds you of that. And it just kind of reminds you of like, you could go in the citrus direction. You could go in the cola direction. You could go in the coffee direction. Something that isn't here, which is coming soon, I promise, is the Fernet range of the Amari. And that's coming up soon. I'm still trying to gather some resources for that one. But by the way, I'm not sponsored by them, but Total Wine and Mission Wine and Spirits, both those two companies, have been very, very good to me. Italy in Century City, the one that's on Santa Monica, Century City area, they've been very good to me. They had this, the Vecchio Amaro del Capo, on sale for $17.35. According to them in their price system, it was 50% off. I found this for like $25. So getting it for 17 and change at what is it, at Italy, $7 discount is just, it's unheard of. And it was a great deal. It was like an Easter sale. I don't know if that's still going on. This is April 2024, by the way. Okay. So typical prices for these, you know, $22, $23, maybe $25, depending on where you get it. That's a good price for Aperol. Montenegro is kind of like in that 28 to 30 realm, maybe 32, you know, somewhere around there. This, the Aperitivo Rosado, is kind of like in that like 20-ish kind of range, like 22, 25, maybe $28 for this. The Vecchio Amaro del Capo, like I said, if you can find it for $17 and change, that's a sale. That's a steal to me. Usual price on this is like 24, maybe in some of those specialty shops, maybe like $30, you know. Amaro Nonino, Total Wine has this all day long, like $42, $43, somewhere around there. Specialty shops, maybe you're getting closer to like 50, you know, so kind of just shop around, you know, no offense to any one particular box chain store or wine specialty place, but just shop around. This, I think I got at Italy. It was around $33. You know, usually 30 to 35, somewhere in that range is a good price. Chinar 70. This one can get pricey because this is the liter. I believe this is the liter size, right? I think so. Yeah, 1 liter. So this could be upwards of like $50, you know, but somewhere around there is okay. 55 I've seen it for, so be it. The Gran Classico was a Total Wine buy. I think this I got for, it was somewhere around there, like 30, 35, somewhere in that range. The Lazzaroni was like $33, I think $32.95, something like that. The Averna I got from someone I'm not going to mention, but this is also, I believe this is also a liter size, right? Yeah, 100 centiliter. So this, I'm not sure the exact price of this, but I would imagine it would be somewhere in that like $40 to $50 range. I know that's a huge range. So depending on what part of the country you're in, what your store is like, whether you're at a local specialty shop or a big box chain store, whatever, you know, prices will vary. Also, alcohol levels will vary. We tried to touch on some of those. I think the Chiocciato is like 30% alcohol by volume. This one was, what was this? I can't even remember. 35% alcohol by volume. This is also an award winner. You know, it's kind of funny, but a lot of these I think should have won awards and maybe they didn't because they're not so well known. Like these two, like this one, And the Lazzaroni to me are like what I would call the best in class. Like this is like to me one of the better tasting cola forward ones. This to me is one of like the better orange spice ones, you know, that kind of a vibe. If they won awards, I have no idea, but I'm just saying like it's not on the bottle. Maybe it should be on the bottle. Who knows? Marketing team, get on that. But anyways, just as a quick recap, I think that if you're a bartender and you're getting into the world of like replacing vermouth with some of these Amari, look beyond Aperol and Campari. You know, start looking into some of the cola ones or maybe some of the coffee ones to put into like your cappuccino drinks, you know, that kind of vibe. If you're just getting into Amari, family, coworkers, friends, whatever the case may be, you know, drink responsibly. Also, that goes for anyone out there, but if possible, whenever possible, you should always drink responsibly. Just remember that. But with that being said, I hope this video helps someone out there just to kind of see the broad spectrum of Italian Amari that is out there. I do appreciate the support. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down there below. I did put some links in the description section to some products like bar related, kind of like, you know, good quality, like the Japanese jigger that I use, maybe some of the bar kits that I've used. Glasses are in there. There's like a highball glass, a rocks glass, a martini, champagne, you know, that kind of vibe. So check out those links or whatever and comment. Please comment down below in the description section or in the comment section, because you never know when your comment could turn into a future video. If there's something here or maybe there's a comparison video that you want to see, like this versus this or whatever, let me know in that comment section, because I would love to get ideas for future shows. And also, this is just a fraction of what's out there. In a future video, plural videos, I am going to start talking about some of the Fernets, and we are going to explore like the Menta Branca, the Fernet Branca. We're going to explore, I'm still trying to find it, but there's a Tempus Fugit one, like the company that makes Grand Classico, Tempus Fugit. I'm trying to find their Fernet. There's one called Foro that I got at Italy that I'm going to be doing a review on. There's one Luigi something or other I'm going to be doing a review on. So stay tuned for those videos, because they are coming soon. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's the reason why you want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down there, wherever that is. Also hit the notification bell. And I'm the Old Coot, and I'll catch you all in the next exciting video.